Hello, I'm Denise Coloni. Welcome to today's episode of Empowering You. My guest today is Dawn Pamebo. Her passion for supporting women is most profoundly demonstrated through her role as Executive Director of the WIN, Women's Interactive Network, and President Founder of WINspirations, a 501c3 organization. Under her leadership, WIN has become a dynamic platform where professional women network with a purpose, fostering connections and providing critical support. She's going to share all types of resources that WIN has available for you. I hope you enjoyed today's episode.
It's gonna be better. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be better, yeah. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
My guest today is Dawn Pamebo. She's deeply committed to empowering women and promoting gender equity through her innovative initiatives. As the founder and president CEO of Pamebo Incorporated, a human capital management company, Dawn brings over 20 years expertise in business and organizational development, offering strategic insights that drive performance improvements for diverse clients. Dawn's passion for supporting women is most profoundly demonstrated through her role as executive director of the WIN, Women's Interactive Network, and president founder of WINspirations, a 501c3 organization. Under her visionary leadership, WIN has become a dynamic platform where professional women network with a purpose, fostering connections and providing critical support. Dawn Pamebo's unwavering dedication to supporting women through the WIN initiatives continues to inspire and uplift countless women, making a significant impact on their personal and professional lives. Dawn, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm truly honored that you've chosen to ask us to talk about what we're doing.
Oh my goodness, you have so much going on. This interview has been a long time coming. I'm glad we were able to work it out. That's what happens. You have busy women.
Exactly.
So let's start at the beginning. I talked about WIN has so much going on. So let's start at the beginning. How did WIN get started?
So WIN started out back in 2006 as a networking organization for professional women. And exactly what you said is that we network with a purpose. So what that means is that we're all at a point in our lives and careers where we're ready, willing, and able to give back to each other, to the organizations and communities that we serve. And from 2006, we just continued to grow and change. In 2011, I rebranded the organization to closer to what it looks like today.
Right.
And then, of course, all the men were excited and wanted to come to all of the meetings. So we launched GIN, and then all of the women wanted to go to the GIN meeting. So we have quite a dynamic, diverse group right now.
Right. Everyone wants to be part of everything.
Exactly.
So you're local to Pittsburgh, as I am. Is WIN just in the Pittsburgh area? Is it chapters or how's it structured, Dawn?
Yeah, so we are really covering Western Pennsylvania. We've had chapters and meetings and groups throughout Western Pennsylvania, as far up as Indiana to
Okay, wow.
Washington County. And currently we're covering Allegheny County and Westmoreland counties.
Wow, so you have a very big reach.
We do. And, over the years with our growth of the organization, we really have touched thousands of lives, both men and women. Although our primary focus and, our roots are, with women.
Right, great. And I know you have a lot of events going on because I see them all the time on Facebook and on your calendar. So there's always something going on and something for everybody, really.
There is. We've really been changing, and that part of the story will come in a little bit, but we've decided to try to get back to the mentoring, networking, and education so that we're not just having lunches. We've started thought leadership groups. We have breakfast where community leaders can come together. We have volunteer days where individuals can meet others in the community. We have our signature events, so we do it a lot in person and virtual. Krista Foster, who was our WIN Woman of the Year last year, had launched a virtual coffee meeting So we also have those first thing in the morning. So
Oh, wow. Wow. It's
it's
hard because
busy.
there's a lot of networking out there, a lot of networking groups. You could probably network every day, twice a day. There's so many things out there. So I really like hearing that it's not just about meeting people and having lunch and networking.
Exactly. We really felt with the changes and the launch of our nonprofit, along with everything else that we're doing, that we really needed to get back to the mentoring, networking, and education in the WIN part of the organization. And of course, we've opened up a couple of locations and we've launched our nonprofit also.
So let's talk about the nonprofit, Winspirations,
Yes,
and it's a 501c3.
yes,
So
yes. So,
how did that come about?
well, we had through the course of WIN, what had happened was it all of our events, whether that was the WIN or GIN events, everyone was bringing donations of clothing to us, and clothing, professional clothing for men and women, and could be shoes, dresses, jewelry, portfolios, handbags, you name it.
We all have
It
it,
was
right?
being donated. Exactly. So what ended up happening is I would take those donations and we would distribute them to our community partners like Treasure House Fashions, Dress for Success, Sisters Place,
Right.
all of the different organizations that we all support. And I ended up living in boxes. We were getting so many donations.
Oh,
So
wow.
we decided that we were going to open a location that was going to house those.
Mhm.
But at the same time, we also had to get a fiscal sponsorship so that we can start to get donations and have a tax deductible option for our supporters. And that's actually where Winspirations began as part of a fiscal sponsorship. So moving forward, 2 years later, we after we had opened the Trenham location, which is our WIN Resource Center, where we house all of our professional clothing, and that's located in Trenham, Pennsylvania, we had received a contract to launch a workforce development program in Westmoreland County. And with the launch of that contract, which fully funded us for 18 months, we had to pull out of fiscal sponsorship and go into a full-fledged 501c3.
Mhm.
And that's how Winspirations Inc., the 501c3, came to be.
So you can actually go to this physical location in Toronto if a woman is in need, or you said you had men's clothing as well?
Yes, we have everything there.
Okay.
But so men and women can come and shop there. We have lots of brand new items. We have designer handbags. We have beautiful shoes. But the beauty of it is that anyone that's referred to us who's facing a financial hardship, whether they come through our programming or they're referred to us by another agency or someone else, they get to shop for free. And they can take, the women can come in and take as much clothing as they need. We are overrun with clothing and options, to cover all seasons.
Right, right. And I want to say too, because I know you mentioned Treasure House and Powers are a great friend of mine. So these clothes, and haven't been to your location yet, but it's not like going to Goodwill. These are professional clothes, all in great shape, new, or you could just take them and wear them for an interview or whatever you need. So I want to just stress that so people know it's not like just going to a thrift store somewhere.
Absolutely. We have pretty strict guidelines on clothing that can be donated, and we only take in professional clothing. Now, with women, that professional clothing it's a wide array of
Right,
what that can look like.
right, right.
But what happens is when we do receive clothing of items that we cannot use, we will donate them to organizations,
Mhm.
like
Right.
Treasure House Fashions.
Yes.
And all of the clothing we receive are of high quality.
Yeah.
We give them to other organizations. There's churches, there's
Mhm.
homeless organizations. So anything that comes to us does not get wasted.
Right, right. That's wonderful. So what about the workforce development program?
Sure. So when we received the contract to work in Westmoreland County to launch this initiative, the WIN Workforce Development Program. And what it is we work with individuals that are residents of Westmoreland County. They have to be 18 years of age or older. They also have to be eligible for Medicaid. And I say eligible for, not everyone is on Medicaid, but they're facing financial
Sure.
hardship.
Sure.
And we can actually help them apply to get on Medicaid, to get the
Oh,
SNAP
wow.
benefits, to get the health insurance they need, or whatever other resources. So, along with that, the individuals also have to have a mental health diagnosis or an IDD. So we work with individuals that might have anxiety disorders. They may have post-traumatic stress disorder. They may have autism, Asperger's. It is a wide array of individuals that we work with. So along with that, sometimes, we work with individuals that have SUDS, substance use disorder. They also may be in recovery. They also may be at risk of homelessness or or homeless.
Right.
And they all have employment barriers. When you're facing the financial hardship, the social determinants of health that we work with, it's sad what people are going through and trying to move on in their lives.
Yeah. You don't realize how blessed you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's,
Things we take for granted.
we really do. And part of what we'll talk about is how employers should understand or need to understand what the individuals are going through when they're trying to recruit employees for work, or even for employees that are working, because these issues of the social determinants of health, the housing insecurity, food instability, the transportation, utilities,
Right.
homelessness,
Right.
clothing. I mean, all of this they affect everyone, not just individuals who are unemployed.
Sure. Sure. So, Dawn, I want to ask you, because this is something near and dear to my heart. You have a veterans program now.
We do. We do. We've
Yeah.
just launched a veterans program that falls within the WIN Workforce Development Program. So we have, as I had said, we have two locations. The Resource Center is in Trenton, and that houses the clothing. The WIN Workforce Development Program is in Greensburg. We're right on the lower level of the Westmoreland County Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, and we have both sites have the workforce development programs up and running. They also have computer labs where anyone can come in to use our internet or computers. So that's important because, getting back to our roots, as we serve men and women, getting back to our roots and really putting a strong emphasis on the female veterans that are coming through our program, we have found that the needs for female veterans are much stronger and a little bit different compared to their male counterparts. So we really wanted to focus in on those individuals and how we can find the additional resources for them.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that till a few years ago when I got involved in another organization that found these women veterans come back and they don't have anything.
Exactly. They face the housing instability and the job insecurity, the financial strain
Sure.
because of when they're coming back. And statistics have also shown that a very large portion of the women are single or divorced, and they're raising children by themselves. So, the mental health diagnosis that comes along with it, the like PTSD, anxiety, depression,
Right.
account for probably 61% of those individuals. So we really want to make sure that we're focusing on being able to refer them to agencies that can help them,
Sure.
along with helping with employment readiness and getting them all of the tools that they need so that they can find stable employment and sustainable employment.
Right. And the thing is, these people, veterans, and some of the other people talk about homelessness, some other mental health issues, they don't know that the help is out there. You don't know what you don't know sometimes. So it's wonderful that you have people to help them and guide them to do these things.
Correct. There's a lot of individuals that have no idea what resources are out there, or they become completely frustrated because they're trying to get resources along with the thousands of others. So the thing that makes our program quite unique is that we are wrapping our arms around them. we work with individuals, and we're doing warm handoffs and working with the other case managers of the other agencies to make sure that they don't fall through the cracks.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about some of your events that you have coming up. I know you always have a huge calendar of events, but I do want to talk about some of the fundraising you have going on right now, because you have some interesting and some fun fundraising things going on.
Yeah, right now we have two fundraisers that are active right now. And the first one of our board members, Rachel Rackavan, she's hosting one of the fundraisers, and it's a headshot contest.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of us in the business world, all that you have to do is submit your best business headshot, and the cost of entry is only $25. And then on July 30th, which is when everything is due, the
Oh, wow.
next day, we're going to she's going to make the decision who has the best headshot. And that person is going to get over a $1,500 package for a complete brand new headshot session with business branding consultation. There will be jewelry, there's stylist, makeup. I mean, it's a full-blown package. So for only $25, it's going to support our Empowering Female Veterans program. And it's a really fun thing to do. So, your money is going to a great cause, and 100% of the profits are going strictly to support our female veteran program. So we're very excited about that. And we hope
That's
that
fun.
everyone, we hope everyone sends their headshot into us.
Right. And we still have time. We're getting near the end of July, but there's still time to get it in.
Yes, absolutely. And the second fundraiser that we have is we had a beautiful wine bag donated to us. It's one of those ones where you put the wine in, you have all of the glasses and everything else to take with you on the go for a picnic or, out on the boat or whatever. But we've also had a host of other things that were donated, including some of the brand new company, Really Good Cookies, which is a woman-owned business, and they're fresh cookies that will be placed into the box. Very unbelievable. They're just scrumptious. And the whole basket with everything else that we have is valued over $250. And the cost of that is $25 for one ticket. If you buy more tickets,
Sure.
you get more tickets for the more amount of money you spend. But that's going to be pulled on July 31st as well. And we're going to have that at our resource center in Trenton. So even if you're just buying a ticket, you can come and have fun, just network, have a cup, have some
Great.
tasties, enjoy yourself, but falling in line with everything that we're doing, because we do work with individuals that are in recovery or who choose to have an alternative version. We do have a full basket of non-alcoholic version that is just as delicious and wonderful as the other basket. So we're going to give the option for which one that they want to take advantage of.
Oh, wow. I think you had me at one, then you said cookies. So I think I'm in your ticket.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, all of that is going to benefit our female veterans. So so we really hope that everyone, the community, comes together and takes advantage of it. But
Right.
you do not have to attend to win. So we hope that everyone gets a ticket.
So, Dawn, how does someone purchase a ticket? Do they go to your website? Do they go to how does that happen?
Sure, they can go right to our website. It is N as in Nancy, A as in Apple, -win.com. So NA-win.com. And then you just click the events tab and you'll see the Empowering Female Veterans fundraiser with all of the details. Very easy.
Great, great. So that's the fundraising you have coming up. So what events does WIN have coming up? So I know that WIN always has a lot of fun events.
Yeah, so we have the same morning we're having a community coffee and donuts event at our Greensburg location. So we have a busy day,
You do
and
cookies and
yeah,
donuts.
so we're having some of our community partners join us. We're hoping some of the local businesses and business leaders in Greensburg will come to our location. We have that. We also have a really cool event, monthly event that we've been doing. It's called the Winners Circle. It's an executive leadership series. And we're getting ready to launch a second one. So the first one is really high in depth, very challenging thought leadership program for individuals that really want to dig deep. This one's not for the faint of heart. But we do have a second one that we're getting ready to launch for those that are just getting started, solopreneurs, individuals who want to create a business plan, want to learn how to launch their business. And and we only accept 10 people in each of those because the conversation is so intense.
Yeah. So lots of things coming up.
We do. We have a lot.
So, Dawn, if someone wants to get involved, maybe not just attend an event or buy a ticket. Maybe someone's listening saying, I love this mission. I want to give my time or get involved. Do you have volunteers that help? Do you need volunteers? Like, what can we do to help you?
Sure, there's lots of opportunities to get involved. We always are looking for volunteers. For example, this afternoon we have a group of individuals that are coming to the resource center to help us organize, clean, just get everything ready for our event on the 31st. But we're also going to have a grand reopening coming soon with some of our new programming. So we're excited about that. We also at that location, we're going to be hosting computer digital literacy classes.
Oh, wow.
Governor Shapiro had awarded Winspirations we're one of the 50 recipients
Nice.
of a
Congratulations.
thank you. So we're going to be having classes for groups and individuals both in Trenton and Greensburg, but we're also able to go on the road through Allegheny and Westmoreland County to help support individuals in learning how to use the computer for job search, resumes, make them more employable. So it's kind of like a dual purpose for us to get ready for all of that.
A lot going on, Dawn. A lot going on.
Yes, we do have a lot. And I want to do a shout out for the individuals that have volunteered. You asked how individuals can volunteer, and they can reach out to me. My direct number is 412-965-3971. Again, that's 412-965-3971. They can also send an email to us, which is info@na-win.com. And they can come to our events. But I do want to give a shout out to those individuals that have volunteered and helped us. I want to give a shout out to our board members that are helping to make the nonprofit possible. To our staff, we have a staff of all women in the Greensburg location, and those individuals are making such a huge impact. I could not do all of this without the support of the entire community. So we're very thankful. And I have to give a shout out to our participants. The individuals are putting in the hard work to be a part of our program. And if we do have time, I would like to share one story of how we've helped someone. So we had a woman who came to us and was referred by another agency. It's very touching. Where she lived, she was very far out past Greensburg, and the nearest bus stop was maybe 3 miles from her home. She doesn't have a vehicle. Transportation, bus is obviously an issue, as transportation is everywhere in Allegheny and Westmoreland counties. So we were really concerned if we would be able to help her to find sustainable employment. Well, we went out and met with her, in her little small community. We actually sat in a park behind her building and sat there with an extra computer, helped her to get everything set up, did some of our employment readiness, started those processes. And within 3 weeks, she called us. So she was so excited and so happy that she received a job offer through one of the places that we helped to find for her. But the challenging part is she had to be in Harmarville Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 for her initial in-person training. Now, from where she was, there's no bus. There's no way that she could get there. So we reached out to other agencies another agency was willing to put up the money to cover a hotel room for the week for her. And we also have a partnership with the Westmoreland County Food Bank. So the food bank was able to supply us with all the food she needed for her entire stay at the hotel. So she didn't have to worry about where her food was coming from. Waters, meats, shelf stable microwave things, everything. Then we had another agency who helped us to get her from the hotel to the training facility with ride shares. So that the struggles didn't end there. There were more challenges to come.
Sure.
She also then the following week for her second week of training had to be in front of the computer 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. But she had no computer and she didn't have internet.
Yeah.
So she continued to use the rideshare monies that were donated by the other agency to come to our office in Greensburg and used our computer lab. So she was there every day, 9 to 5, using our computers. We were there to help her with the technological issues. She had lunches and snacks and drinks and everything she needed to be comfortable and secure in our facility. And then the following week, she got to apply all of the things that she had learned and was on site at her new job, so which was only 15 minutes from her home. So the convergence of agencies and the amount of work and the attention to detail that everyone put in is just an example of how we can help an individual find sustainable employment. And we're so thankful to have had that opportunity. And we were blessed to she let us have the opportunity to work with her.
Right. It takes a village.
It does. It does. And luckily we have amazing community partners that allows us to do what we do. The commissioners, the state senators, everyone who's involved has supported us 100%, and it has allowed us to do it, as well as the Westmoreland County Chamber of Commerce, who's graced us with a beautiful facility to use as well.
Dawn, any final thoughts?
I just encourage everyone to get involved, whether you want to make a financial donation. $25 goes a long way with us. You can make financial donations, which are tax deductible. All of the information's on our website. You can volunteer. You can also put a group of people together to host an event to support us. We do a lot, and we welcome all thoughts from everyone. And of course, come attend our events and, be part of our community awareness and our outreach efforts.
Dawn, thank you so much for giving your time to tell us about these events and these programs. And I know someone's going to be watching and it's really going to change their life. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
I'd like to thank my guest, Dawn Pimebo. What incredible resources that Winspiration offers to those that are in need. I love her stories, her success stories, and how she's changing people's lives every day. Please go to her website. The information's here on the show. Donate or participate in some of these amazing events. I hope she inspires and empowers you to live your best life. Thank you for watching and see you next time.